What's up? And thanks for tuning in to my chess improvement journey. I am right now Ramsey, and I'm on the road to 1500 ELO on chess.com Rapid in 100 days. I'd like to shout outs to all 78 of my subscribers. If this channel sounds like something that would interest you and you would like to support, please hit the subscribe button and the bell for notifications to join me on this journey and to unlock the secrets of getting to 1500 ELO with me. So we are on day 75, and this is my second time recording this video because the first time I forgot to turn the microphone on. So day 75, current rating 1321, leaving 179 to go. I did stream these games on YouTube, Twitch, or Kick. If you're on any of those and you'd like to check them out, I'll leave a link at the top of this video to go ahead and watch the live games. But other than that, I played quite a few games. Had one really good win, one really good loss. So I'll start with the really good win. The really good win comes against Alexis from Reunion, and I'm not really sure where that is. I should probably get a globe to keep near here so I understand what's going on. But anyways, I got the black pieces, and it looks like it's going to turn into the perk. So I just continue to develop as normal. And this right here is a mistake. Inaccuracy. Should have played bishop c4. Would have been a better look. Putting a little extra pressure on this this pawn here, in which I would have responded with that. But that's not what he plays. I go ahead and castle, and then he blunders here. The blunder comes from this, because the next move, a great move, knight e4, forks the queen and the bishop here. So he decides that the best move at this point is to go right here. I take, he takes, fork, and he challenged me with a check here. So I go ahead and block it off with this pawn and take the knight. So as of move 12, I got a 3.9 advantage. I look pretty good. Developed the knight attacking this square twice. And he just strengthens it with the F pawn. I could have also played this knight here, which would threaten the fork here. But the fork does come later. This is a game of forks. You've heard of Game of Thrones. This is a game of forks. And now comes the fork. So he has to do something to protect this square. And he does, but he just can't protect it enough because the queen comes over, adding some extra help. Interesting move. He might have been able to play... he could have probably brought this rook over here and added another defender. That might have been the best look. But since I hit with check, he decides first, though. Actually, he can't do it because he's in check. He's got to move, and he decides to block off with this rook. So I go ahead and take. And now he brings this bishop over here, targeting this pawn. Also with the queen. I go ahead and take this rook here. He takes, I take, he takes with check. So I get out of dodge. And then he makes an inaccuracy here. Reason being is because next move, he resigns in this move, by the way, but he can't take because this rook's pinned. So the next move I can very easily take with check, and then mate right there. So I was glad to start off with a game like this, but I will say the next game wasn't as pretty. Next game, I got the white pieces playing against a guy named Taha from Qatar. So I start off with d4, and he plays the England gambit. I'm gonna definitely look into my study on this gambit because I know I didn't do it the way I should have. But I take, and right here is where I make the mistake. I should have brought the knight over here, developed a piece, but that's not what I play here. So he brings the queen out, and I wonder if this is a terrible idea here. I wonder what it thinks about that. I lose some advantage there. It says queen d5 is good. Bishop d2 would have been better. But I bring this bishop out instead. He takes, I take, he takes, and we're pretty much even on material, pretty even on the engine. I go ahead and castle. And now he sets up this wall here. This is a mistake. Setting up an attack here. My best move is f4, which is what I play. And I got a pretty decent advantage right now. About a 1 on the engine. And this is inaccuracy. Now I should have played knight c3, but instead I bring this queen over, which is a good move. But knight c3 would have looked a lot better. So I bring queen f3. He brings the rook out, or the knight out, and I push this pawn, which isn't the greatest move. I think the engine liked knight c3 still. Castling is inaccuracy. Bishop c5. Check is better. But I play it here. I'm thinking I got a sweet fork, but I didn't really realize that he could check right here, which he does, and I just get out of dodge. I also considered bringing the bishop over here, and then takes, and I think my position's all right at that point, but probably should have did that because these bishops ended up being a great problem for me later in the game. Brings the queen over. The best move here is h3, but instead I play g3, giving the queen a nice little spot to slide in here. And I realized this queen's going to be a problem, so I decided to trade. And then he plays this move, which is an inaccuracy. He should have played d6. I moved this rook here because I was worried about a potential knight fork. If the knight lands here, both my king and my rook would have been in trouble. And now he plays this move, which he should have played before, it says. So I take, shouldn't have taken. Rook e2 looks better. He takes, which is a miss. Bishop d7 would have been better. And he could pretty easily checkmate me had he played wow, that's interesting that I could take. Now I have nowhere to go. Could possibly play here. If I go here, check. I guess I could have slid out of that, but He takes, which is a miss. I bring the knight up, finally. And the game's still even at this point. Move 19. This is a good move. Now when he comes here, I still have that problem I had before. And this is not good. Should have played knight e4. And I thought about it. I just didn't play it. So I make the knight come here, and maybe that's why e2 was a better move later on. But can't take it because it's covered by the bishop. And here's where I make a big mistake. Bishop e4. Should have played bishop e3. He takes, and he shouldn't have taken that. His best move was bishop takes h3 check. I can't take. King f3. And then rook a d1 looks really good. Or rook a. I ain't even right. Bishop g4 check. And I'm just in trouble. But he plays knight takes e4. I take. And now there's some trouble with this knight. I fall back here. King f1 says is the best move. Now I got two attackers on this knight. And this is a blunder. Knight c5 would have been the best. Blocking off the path of this bishop. You know, somewhat challenging this square. It is protected by this. But he misses it. Because his best move right here is bishop f2. Wow, bishop f2. Rook takes, e8 check. Rook takes. And I'm in big trouble. But he plays this move. I take, which is a miss. Knight c4, still best. And at this point, when I finally do play that, it's mate in 1. So I definitely got sloppy. If you look here, 15-18, 5-30, which is pretty insane. Guy basically playing bullet, and it just makes you wonder. But anyway, that is it for day 75. I appreciate all the support so far. We're 3/4 of the way through, leaving only 25 days and 179 elo. Seems almost impossible, but I do still believe there's hope. And if for some reason it doesn't happen, I'm going to keep playing until I do get to 1500 elo, and then figure out what the next challenge is from there. But it's been a good journey so far. So I appreciate you guys tuning in, and I will see you for day 76. Thank you.